Hi everybody, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct and welcome to our YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to give you a review and comparison of all the travel-friendly power wheelchairs made by Pride Mobility. Keep in mind, we have videos for every single power wheelchair by Pride Mobility, including in-depth reviews, first-person ride-along demonstrations, and comparisons for other categories of power chairs like the heavy-duty models, bariatric models, and much, much more. This video is going to focus on the travel-friendly models that fold and come apart. And I just want to mention two quick things before we get started. Number one, if you want a copy of our free product catalog, all you have to do is go to our website, www.mobilitydirect.com. Click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog. Fill out the simple short form and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. I also want to say that if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you're automatically going to be entered into our monthly giveaway. That's right, we give away a free powered mobility product once a month to one random YouTube subscriber. So if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and you could be the next lucky winner like the ones I'm throwing on the screen now. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the video. All right, so the first product that we're going to review is the newest product. It's a folding power wheelchair known as the Jazzy Carbon. The Jazzy Carbon, as you may have guessed by its name, is a carbon fiber frame power wheelchair. It's extremely lightweight, and I'm going to go over some of the specifications really quick. Keep in mind, you can download the specification sheet. We'll have the link in the description of our website and in the description of this video. So the Jazzy Carbon can hold up to 300 pounds. It has a turning radius of 24 inches, so it's really good to use in tight spaces. Overall width is 24 inches. The overall length is 37 inches. It has a max speed of 3.7 miles per hour, 2 inches of ground clearance. It has 7-inch casters in the front and 8.5-inch solid tires in the rear. It has a 24-volt, 250-watt brushless motor setup with automatic brakes. It does have suspension, and it has a 17-inch wide by 17-inch deep seat, which is a foam seat. You can get a seat upgrade, but this is the standard seat. It comes in the color black, and soon it's going to be available in the color white as well. The seat to floor height range is 18.75 inches, that's without the seat cushion, or 20.25 inches with the seat cushion. It could travel just under 10 miles per charge with a full battery, and the weight of the base is 39.6 pounds without the battery. The battery weighs 4 pounds, and I'll show you how to remove the battery, how to fold it in just a moment. Total assembled weight is 43.6 pounds. It does have a 2-amp lithium-ion off-board charger to charge the battery, which is a 24-volt, 12-amp-hour battery. And it's 288 watt-hours, which is the restriction that most airlines have on traveling with a lithium battery. So it's going to be good to go on most airlines with, but of course you want to check with your airlines, especially if you're going international. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a little demo of the chair to show you how it folds. On the back of the chair here, we have a little clamp that you want to lift up. And then once that's loose, you can begin to collapse it by pushing forward on the backrest handlebar here. You want to go ahead and power the joystick off before you do that. And you can see the unit folds into a pretty compact shape, which makes it extremely easy to travel with. Now, if you want to take the joystick off, that way you don't have to deal with this extra space, there's just a little rotation knob here that you loosen up, and you can take the joystick right out so you don't damage your joystick while it's being transported in the trunk of your car. When you're ready to unfold it, you just grab it by the backrest, push down on the footplate area, push down on the seat even, and you'll hear it kind of click back into place. Just remember to lock that clamp back down, and you're good to go. You also see some suspension here on the back next to that clamp. And these red levers are for the automatic brakes. Right now the brakes are engaged, and they need to be engaged in order for the joystick to use the joystick with the power of the motors. But if you want to push it manually, you just move the red levers back, and now you can push it manually. Now the battery is located underneath the seat. There's a little handle right here, and there is a clip that you have to kind of pull forward on, which is here underneath the front side of the battery, and then with your other hand just pull the handle out. So there's that clip that you have to just pull and depress when you want to unlock it and slide the battery out. There's a rail system here, and that rail system just has to slide in to the corresponding rail sleeve under the seat. Make sure when you put the battery back in that you remember to depress that clip, and it'll go back just a little bit further. When you do depress the clip, give it a little tug test and make sure it's locked in. You'll notice you also have a zippered pouch here, which you can use to store your charger, and the foot plate does flip up. You'll notice you also have front suspension on the front casters. Something else that's pretty neat about this power chair that most folding power wheelchairs do not offer is the fact that with this red button, you can flip the armrests up, which makes it easier to get in and out of the chair. All right, so a few things about the joystick. Like most joysticks, there's a power button here, which when you turn it on, it's going to beep. And to the middle section here, you have the lights that will start to turn off one at a time, starting with the greens indicating your charging state. You don't want to let the battery die all the way, so I would start charging when it gets to the yellow. You have 3 greens, a yellow, and then a red. Here's the horn buzzer button. And then you have the speed increase button and the speed decrease button over here. So right now it's at the slowest setting. There it's about the midpoint, and that's all the way up. Now if you push ever so lightly on the joystick forward, it goes slow. But if you pull all the way, it starts to go full speed. So it is sensitive to the touch. Something else I want to show you is that on the back of the seat, you do have a pouch to store some belongings like your user manual, your keys, etc. And there are some straps here which you can adjust to kind of make the backrest a little bit more firm or allowing it to float back a little bit. And as we move our way down here, we'll see the suspension coils up close again, have some anti-tip wheels, and overall it's just a really nice looking chair. I'm going to throw the white version on the screen for just a second as well for you to check that color out, which I think looks really nice as well. Now on the front of the joystick towards the bottom, you're going to see that you have a USB charging port and the XLR barrel connector charging port to charge the battery. So it's conveniently located up high, and it works just like most mobility scooter and power wheelchair chargers. By the way, the foot plate does flip up, and that about is going to wrap up the review of the Jazzy Carbon. Let's move on to the next product. All right, so the next power wheelchair that we're going to work with here and talk about is the Jazzy Passport. The Jazzy Passport is the predecessor to the Carbon. It's very similar. It's just not going to have a carbon fiber frame. It has the same weight capacity of 250 pounds. It has a turning radius of 24.25 inches. Overall width is 23.5 inches, and it's 40 inches long. Has a maximum speed of 3.6 miles per hour, a 3-inch ground clearance. The front caster wheels are 8 inches, and the drive wheels are 11.25 inches. It does have 2 anti-tip wheels in the back that are 1.75 inches, electromagnetic brakes, and it does have limited suspension. It comes with a lithium-ion battery, but here's the thing, you have the option to either get an 18 amp hour or a 10.4 amp hour, which is travel friendly, which is under that 300 watt hour restriction that airlines impose. So you can get the lighter battery that's going to be airline friendly, or get the heavy duty battery, which is going to go a lot further, up to 7.9 miles with a 250 pound load, or up to 8.6 miles if you have a 220 pound load. The lower that load gets, the longer the battery range will last. So you could probably get closer to 9.5 miles if you're around 125 pounds. Of course, it all depends on the terrain, the inclines that you're going on, etc. With the lightweight travel-friendly battery, it's rated for up to 5 miles with a 220 pound load. So a little bit limited on the range. The battery weighs 7.6 pounds, and that's the bigger battery. The lightweight travel-friendly battery weighs 5.2 pounds. The seat on this unit is 17.5 inches wide and 16.5 inches deep. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how this chair works by first showing you how it folds. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer here, turn the unit off, which is something you should always do when you're getting ready to fold the unit. And in the back here, you could see it has these two little yellow clamps that you would push inwards closer together, and that's going to unlock it. So with one hand, you would pinch those two yellow levers, and then with the other hand, push down on the backrest bar here up high. And that's going to fold the unit down. Then you could bring it up, fold the foot plate down, and you can either remove the joystick really easily or use the swing away feature. It does have a little button here that you press, and you can pivot the joystick outwards or inwards, which is a unique feature for the Jazzy Passport. So if you want to pull up to a table to have dinner or bite to eat, you can swing that out of the way to the left or to the right. You can also remove it. It just has a little bicycle style clamp here that you loosen, and then you could slide the whole assembly right out. So when you're transporting it in the trunk of a car, it's actually recommended that you do that to avoid damaging the joystick controller while it's being transported. When you're ready to unfold it, these front caster wheels will get in the way if they're not outwards. So it does take a lower profile when those front caster wheels are turned to the side. When you're getting ready to unfold it, you just use those two clamps in the back that we were showing you and unfold it. So again, you have the flip up foot plate, the same under storage zipper pouch here, and we're going to show you some of the other features up close. So starting from the bottom, I want to show you these tires. They're perforated, which is going to first off make it flat free, and it's going to add a little bit of a smoother ride to it because they're acting like a sort of suspension. Now here are the motors. On each side you have the motors with the unlock rotation. It's like a lever here that you can rotate to unlock the brakes. So if you want to push it manually, you rotate them slightly counterclockwise. Remember, the chair won't work unless the brakes are engaged, both of them. There's some suspension on the front of the frame here. It's a black frame. Now here is the storage pouch, which is a zippered storage pouch, which you can use to keep your charger or other personal belongings. Again, the flip-up foot plate. Nice, comfortable padded seat, which you can remove. And it does come with a mesh cup holder, which you can also slide out with the bicycle style clamp, and you could switch the orientation of the cup holder and the joystick if you want it on the left side or the right side. So the joystick has a simple setup just like most power wheelchair joysticks. You have a power button, a horn button, a speed decrease button, and a speed increase button. Same style setup for the battery meter. These lights will start to turn off one at a time, starting with the green, and you should start charging when it gets to the yellow. Avoid waiting for the battery indicator to get to the red. On the back of the chair, here we have the charger, which has a standard universal XLR 3-pin barrel connector charger, just like the Carbon, and a little pouch here that you can use to store either your charger or other belongings in. Now the Passport comes with a seat belt, so does the Carbon, and so does the Go Chair. In fact, all the power wheelchairs come with the seat belts. And I just want to give you an up-close shot of the clamps that we use to fold and unfold the chair. So again, you just have to push inwards and you'll hear it unlock. Now at this point it's unlocked, and when you're getting ready to unfold it, you can push forward or wiggle it if you want them to lock back into place. Those are the two clamps to unlock and lock the folding action. All right, now here we are in the rear of the chair. Underneath you'll see a handle. That's the battery pack. You're going to have to use this little locking pin that depresses, push it upwards to make clearance for the battery pack to slide out of the railing system. So as you can see, there's a railing system on the top. There's also a charging port on the battery, which you can use to charge the battery indoors while you leave the base in your vehicle if you'd like. And there is a little cap for the terminal connector. All right, when you're getting ready to reinstall the battery, you want to use this part of the battery box assembly to push up on that pin. Now, these outside two rails are going to slide into those grooves, which are the sleeves for the railing system. So you want to line it up, push up, so that that pin gets depressed, and slide in. Give it a nice little push forward so it makes full contact. You're going to hear it click into place, and that pin's going to drop in, locking the battery box into place. Keep in mind that there is a battery switch here to turn the battery on and off. If you're not going to use your power chair for a while, turn it off, and that's going to prevent the battery from depleting while making contact with the terminal connections. Also, just like the Carbon, the Jazzy Passport does have flip-up armrests. That's going to wrap up the demonstration of the Jazzy Passport. So let's go ahead and move on to the final product within the travel-friendly power wheelchair class of power chairs. All right, so the next power wheelchair that we're going to review is the Go Chair by Pride Mobility. This has been a staple in the travel-friendly power chair space for decades. It's been a really dependable option. If you've probably seen these riding around different places, it's probably one of the most popular travel-size power wheelchairs on the market. It is truly a workhorse. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it, talk about some of the features, go over a few of the specifications. Starting with the weight capacity, the Go Chair can hold 300 pounds. It has a 25.5 inch turning radius. Its overall width is 22.5 inches, and the overall length is 33 inches with the foot plate down, or 28.5 inches with the foot plate folded up. It has a maximum speed of up to 3.8 miles per hour and a ground clearance of 1.75 inches. It has 6-inch casters in the front and 9-inch solid tires in the rear, as well as 3-inch solid anti-tip wheels in the back, which you can see there. Just like all power wheelchairs, it has 2 motors with electromagnetic automatic brakes. It does have limited suspension, and it comes with a battery case that has 2 12-volt lead-acid batteries that are 18 amp-hour capacity. It has a 2-amp off-board XLR charger that works just like the other power chairs, and we'll show you that in just a bit. And the traveling range on a full charge can get up to 13.2 miles. Now, heaviest piece of this unit is going to be 36 pounds, and I say heaviest piece because it can be disassembled, and we'll show you how to do that in just a moment. The seat itself is going to come off, and you can get an 18-inch wide seat that weighs 30 pounds or a 20-inch wide seat that weighs about 32 pounds. Now I'm going to show you some of the features here and talk about the different comfort adjustment features. You have flip-up armrests, a seat belt, the seat back folds down. The armrests are actually height adjustable and width adjustable. You just need to use the little Allen key that comes with your user manual. You loosen up this set screw and raise the seat armrests up. On the back, you have these little knobs that you loosen up, and you can extend the width and bring the armrests out or closer in and then lock them back into place wherever you want them. It doesn't have a lighting kit, but it does have some nice reflectors in the rear and a universal 1-inch hitch receiver. So if you want a rear storage basket or an oxygen tank holder or a walker holder, you can use this universal hitch receiver that works with many different accessories. Pride offers several different universal accessories that fit into that hitch receiver port, and you can check them out on our website or call our non-commissioned sales experts to learn more about them. On the rear of the seat, you have a storage pouch, and underneath the seat, you have 2 storage bins that open up. Now I'm going to show you how to disassemble the chair. It's pretty easy to do. You want to turn the unit off. It has a standard joystick controller like most of the power chairs, and when you're getting ready to pick the seat up, you want to make sure that you disconnect the cable that gives power to the joystick. Now you can take the seat off. However, you need to open the storage bins. So make sure you open the storage bins on the left and the right side, and then pick up from the bottom of the seat. Storage bins are open, and as you can see, there's a male seat post here, which slides into the seat post receiver. That's a female style receiver, and you could line it up when you're getting ready to put it back in, and it just falls into place. You can also use the lever in between the 2 storage containers right there pull up and you can rotate the seat. It will lock into position in several different positions. So you can face it sideways, which sometimes makes it easier to transport in and out of the chair. You can also use the armrest and flip them up to make it even easier. But going back to it, I'm going to open up these storage bins, take the seat off, and continue with the disassembly process. The battery box is right here and it has a convenient handle. So in front of the seat post, you can pick up and take the battery box out. After that, you want to put one hand on the seat post and then pick up with the lever here, right behind the seat post. As you can see, you have your battery box, your rear end with the motor assembly, and the front half that has the battery cradle for the box, the foot plate, and the front casters. Now remember, the heaviest piece is going to be 36 pounds. After that, the seat's going to be the heaviest piece, and then most likely the battery case and the front end is going to be the lightest piece. Altogether, all these pieces are pretty manageable in weight, and they usually can fit in the trunk of most vehicles. You might have to put the seat in the back seat if these units only fit in the trunk space of your car, but in SUVs, you can pretty much fit all of these pieces into an SUV, in the rear cargo space of an SUV, that is. Now, when you're getting ready to put the unit back together, I want to show you up close here. There's these hooks with green indicators on them. Those hooks are going to drop right onto this bar attached to the rear motor assembly part of the frame. So you want to line up the bar with the green indicator stickers and the hooks. Put the hooks right over the bar where the green stickers line up, and it clicks right into place. Again, this lever is what you would use to detach it. The next step would be to grab the battery box by the handle, line it up with the cradle, and just drop it right in. As you can see, you have a little flap here that you can pick up, and you'll see a fuse, a charging port, and a circuit breaker reset switch. If your unit's not turning on, you may have overheated it, and you'll notice that this little button's pushed out. Give it a push in, and that might repower your unit. Now, this is a secondary charging port, so if you wanted to take your battery box inside while leaving the rest of the chair in the garage or in your car, you could charge the battery while it's detached from the unit. Do want to also take the time to show you the automatic brake levers. Right now, the brakes are on and engaged. It has automatic brakes, so the only way to push the unit manually is to unlock the brake levers. Now, I can push the unit manually. Keep in mind, the joystick and the power to the motor will not work unless the brake levers are in the locked position. When you're getting ready to put the seat back on, just make sure that your storage bins are open, because it will not reattach if the storage bins are closed. You also have to make sure that they're open when you're taking the seat off. All right, so when I'm ready to put the seat back on, I just make sure my storage bins are open, line up that male connection with the seat post's female connection, level it out, drop it right into place, and you can use the rotation lever to bring the chair back to center. Close up the storage bins, bring the backrest up, and remember, you're going to have to reconnect your cable for the joystick. That's it. Now, the joystick on this unit is just like the other ones. There's a power button, a horn button, a speed dial, and the typical joystick controller handle. Now, on the front, underneath, you'll have the XLR barrel connector charging port. That's how you charge your battery. You can easily take the joystick controller completely off the right side, loosen that set screw that comes with your user manual bag, and transfer it over to the right side that has the same bracket and set screw to tighten it up and hold it into place. You'll just have to reroute the cable from the joystick with some zip ties and reroute it from the right armrest to the left. All right, well, we just reviewed 3 of the best-selling travel-friendly power wheelchairs on the market made by Pride Mobility. Each of them have their own unique benefits. If you want to learn more about them, we have tons of videos, including in-depth review videos for each one of them, unboxing videos, and even a first-person view ride-along video where you get in the chair and you feel like you're sitting in it with the camera mounted to the chest or the armrest, and we go on various different terrains, indoors and out. So check out the Mobility Scooter Sales YouTube channel as well as the Mobility Direct YouTube channel to learn more about these awesome products. Pride Mobility makes the best quality power wheelchairs out there. We have some heavy duty models like this one, even one with an elevating seat known as the Jazzy Air 2. So I'm going to put links in the description for you to see all these different comparison videos of the full-size power wheelchairs, the heavy duty power wheelchairs, and many other great products. If you have any questions about the products in this video or any of our videos, don't forget, our non-commissioned sales experts would love to hear from you. They'd love a shot at earning your business. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.